System is a process to elect government for a stipulated period of time. Credibility based on integrity could be a yardstick for free and fair election, which no doubt would produce an acceptable winner who will give a selfless service for the period of time of the mandate. The sophistication in the United States electoral system, though may not be completely blameless, is a thing to emulate compared to what we have in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. Galaxy News correspondent Lebby Joseph has more in this report.
In an electioneering process, who is allowed to vote, who emerges as candidate, the formation for the ballots and how the ballots are counted and results transmitted, including some other pre-election factors like campaign spendings and inducements, are formidable determinants of outcome of any election. Looking at the seamless electoral process of the United States, where millions of voters are expected to vote, and a winner will emerge between Donald Trump of Social Democratic and Kamala Harris of the Republican as the next president, which is unarguably the strongest in the world, and the system of voting in Nigeria and indeed entire Africa. It is crystal clear that so much is left to be desired.
The American voting system is premised on law, and the law is allowed to take its course to the brim in America. Ours is based on law, but then it's like we keep devising day in, day out ways of circumventing that law. If for one reason the thing skate through a particular election, you can be sure that in the next election, politicians in this part of the world, because we lack one major thing, integrity. People don't care about their name. People don't care about their integrity.
It talks about a system that works. It talks about a system that is technologically advanced. It talks about a system that recognizes the use of technological tools in advancing citizens' participation in democracy and in leadership. These things basically do not work in Nigeria, or are not working in Nigeria, because of certain issues which we may not be able to justify even right now. But we do know that Nigerians do not have electronic voting. We don't use electronic voting. What we tag as electronic voting basically is not electronic voting. It's basically a transmission of results.
Regardless of variations that may occur in the electoral system, integrity of political gladiators, and most especially the electorate is key to sustainable democracy. The trend of vote buying, which has expunged ballot stuffing and snatching, is a monster that's currently subverting the genuine wishes of the people in any election in Nigeria.
Don't look at this democracy as their own. People are not ready to work on this democracy. Then whatever reforms that we need to have, it's going to be a waste. The Electoral Act we have a very wonderful Electoral Act. How effective is the Electoral Act? How effective are citizens and politicians abiding with the Electoral Act? How effective are political parties obeying the Electoral Act? One of the major problems of the democratic institutions that we have in Nigeria is the inability for all stakeholders to adhere to the provisions of the Electoral Act.
In this part of the world, there is a deliberate attitude to ensure that things don't work. In the other side, there is a system, and the system works with the institutions, and the delivery of both the system and the institution is close to predictable, unlike ours, where you cannot predict. I only hope that they will not emulate us.
Nigeria and entire Africa need to re-engineer the electoral process by creating a system that will be void of all electoral malpractices and provide opportunities for more people to participate in the election process. From Lagos, this is Lebby Joseph reporting for Galaxy TV News.